Hello, hello. I am at a loss for words. I am trying to stay as optimistic and positive as possible, but I acknowledge that there is a toxic habit to not allowing myself to express other emotions, especially when the whole world is going through a huge shift and personal friends and family members are being heavily affected by forces outside of themselves that we can call unfair, but just that should not be hidden and kept in the dark. There are a lot of things that are going on right now in our society and in the world globally that need to be addressed and acknowledged, and not to start a riot and to add fuel to the fire flame, but to educate ourselves and just educate ourselves and to be aware of all that is truly going on, so we can allow ourselves to move forward with clarity and confidence in the choices that we make. Confusion and uncertainty comes from a lack of understanding. And when we don't understand ourselves and why we do things, then when we are brought certain systems and programs from individuals that have a certain title that seem confusing, we automatically accept them because we're like, yeah, life's confusing, everything's confusing. So we sometimes overlook the hidden message that's right in front of us. I know I'm kind of rambling, so just for example, I would like to share. I heard the door open. I was like, I'm doing a video. So this is the local newspaper. And when I open it, they're talking about local hospitals conserving IV fluids because of there's a nationwide shortage caused by Hurricane Helen's damage to a facility in the mountains of western North Carolina, which produces more than half the nation's supply. And still, residents and individuals in that area are not receiving the help or assistance that citizens should receive during natural disasters like this. And then over next to that awesome news is more awesome news. Not awesome. DA's office to review reports on gun and death of 14-year-old that happened September 26, 2023, last year. Channing O'Neill sustained a gunshot wound to the head while at a friend's house just a few miles from his home in Boonville. And as a local resident around Boonville area, that's a common story that happens amongst many young children, especially men. There are a lot of young boys who shoot themselves or someone else in the head specifically, and these cases just get swept under the rug. I don't know why. I can't fathom the darkness that lies beneath these hidden secrets. And it fears me and it scares me to even speak of them, because I don't want to put myself or my family in harm's way because I'm speaking of topics that are literally being hushed from society. I feel like I know things I'm not supposed to know just because I'm paying attention to the obvious signs that they are blatantly putting on our TV screens and our newspapers. And yeah, I'm just driving around today trying to have a good day, got some sushi, trying to support the locals, enjoy my day, and I'm just constantly reminded of how no matter where you're at in the world, no matter how free your country says they are, there's still these hidden secrets that everyone has to work around, no matter how much money you have, what ethnicity background you come from, who you worship or pray to. And with all that being said, as one free spirit hippie to the other or not, you're not alone. You're not crazy. You might feel crazy, and you're valid and justified in that emotion. And I'm praying for you. You're not alone. You're not the only one that's seeing this and that's aware of this. You're not the only one that's being affected by the effects of dark entities ruling our world. At the end of the day, we all are aware that there are dark spirits and entities that have had control and influence over the masses for a long period of time. With that being said, it is time to move past that acceptance and truth to allow ourselves to be open for what is next. Okay? We get to experience what is next. We get to experience life after that chaos without having to kill this physical body and all that stuff. Okay? We are in the most historical period in time because we are able to move past these old fears, these past illusions that held us restricted, these situations and circumstances and individuals and energies that had so much control and influence over people are slowly fading away and disappearing from our reality without a trace. And that is so invigorating and rejuvenating and exciting. And it's revolutionary. We are the revolutionaries. We are the pioneers of this day and age. And we do that with love and awareness. We don't have to take our guns out into the street. We don't have to punch people. We don't have to pin someone down and have them feel the fear of Jesus. Our minds will self-destruct if we have not properly learned how to ground ourselves, how to face our trauma, how to face the darkest parts of our soul, and to allow ourselves to admit that, address that, acknowledge that, amend that, forgive that, so we can heal that part of ourselves and allow ourselves to move forward to whatever is next for us, for the highest good of ourself and those around us, in the name of love and peace and harmony. For myself, for yourself, and for those around us in this same reality on this same timeline. We are making a shift, a quantum shift, physically, energetically, spiritually. You possibly can feel the symptoms of ascension and spiritual awakening in your body through the dizziness, sweating, shaking in the hands, feeling your heartbeat pulsing in different ways. I have personally experienced psychedelics in certain things, so for me, it's very similar to that feeling. Excuse me. Sometimes the wall is breathing, and I ain't even done shrooms. What is possible for our own human mind, body, soul, and eyes is beyond what we have been taught to believe, and it is up to us to interpret and to create for the highest good of ourselves and those around us. So yeah, I'm just looking around to see. I think that's it. I just wanted to hop on. I'm trying to turn bad news, quote unquote bad news, unwanted news, hurtful news, painful news, news that weighs heavy on my heart chakra, I'm trying to allow myself to be open to seeing it through a new set of lenses, through a new set of eyes, through a new perspective, to allow myself to work through these emotions in a healthy way so I can be open to receiving divine solutions for myself and those around me. And allowing myself to feel comfortable and confident and speaking about topics that I don't feel comfortable speaking about. And hopefully encouraging other individuals that come across this video to do the same in the name of loving yourself and being a teacher on how others can love themselves as well. So then when we come together finally in real life, in real time, we can co-create together with pure intentions. I feel for myself as I'm moving through my spiritual journey and awakening, I have a hard time understanding what it means to be happy, what it means to be loved, what it means to be on a positive or a higher vibration when I am not feeling those things, and learning that it's okay to give myself freedom and permission to feel those other emotions in a healthy, contained environment. My anger, my stress, my fear, my grief, my sorrow, my self-pity in a contained environment, and then maybe turning it into some kind of art form, and then allowing myself to move forward with what I do want to feel in my everyday life and the way I do want to approach my family and friends and a stranger at the grocery store, So, all right. I hope this helps and resonates and helps somebody or something, because it helps me. I'm feeling better. All right. Bye. Thunderbird just out.